Hello everyone and welcome back to Cafe Space Angel. Now let's go ahead and continue. I could easily breathe and even stood firm on the ground, but my legs gave way to the unpleasant feeling of some kind of vulnerability. It was much more convenient and calmer inside the cabin, among the familiar seats and handrails. And why did I come out? I looked around convulsively in search of the already dearly beloved bus. But right before my eyes it darted away with the speed of a bullet. What the hell? Did it move at a snail's pace? Damn it. I swallowed hard. Everything around seemed very quiet and calm, as if no one cares about me. This suspicious place looked like an ordinary ice cream parlor. Café Space Angel. How much did you pay for your ad? I hope this place isn't that expensive. I'll just go in and ask for a call. Or at least find out where I am. I heard a noise somewhere around the garbage cans. Cats? Or another kind of creep? No, I can't stay here any longer. I made my way to the front door with a quick but uncertain step. Sink or swim? From the inside, the cafe looked quite futuristic, though ordinary. At least it seems to be simple, high-tech tables and chairs. Some familiar melody is playing on the background. There's the groovy music. If the customers here are strange black masses, I wouldn't be surprised if the waiters are androids. Nevertheless, it is cozier here than I thought. Let's see, they got an arcade machine, a jukebox, a classic jukebox, and ice cream. But somehow it is too bright. Like a child who fell for advertising, I began to inspect the room in search of the girl who spoke in the megaphone. All the creeps sat peacefully at tables as the in-bus one by one. No crying children or noisy birthdays. I like this place. I smiled ironically. Yeah, it is pretty nice. Those creeps that came with me quickly sat down on the empty seats. I'll just ignore them. Looking around for just a few seconds, I followed a gregarious instinct and sat down at the first table that I found, in order not to attract too much attention to my person. The place I had chosen was nothing to shout about. As far from the exit, I could only see only half the dining room and the counter. And though I just came in to ask, my stomach was traitorously growling. I hope it's affordable here. I automatically searched my pocket to get my wallet and checked the money. Oh no, the music died down. Okay, that was just a pickup. Okay, I'll just ask to make a call. Unless the same monster doesn't come up to me now. While I was trying to think of an escape plan, an ordinary but very pretty human girl approached my table. Hello. She seemed nervous about something, as if she is looking at the guy she loves. Oh. Her chest was heaving, her lips were tightened, and there were fear and embarrassment in her glance. Of course, she did not love me, but something in her behavior seemed strange. She was obviously too tense. Maybe the first day at work. Nevertheless, she was the first to break the awkward silence that arose between us. Excuse me. My heart was pounding, and the brain resolutely refused to think. Welcome to the Café Space Angel, dear customer. The girl bowed, humble and embarrassed, as if I were taking her as my wife. A pretty little thing. I take back what I said about monsters. The waitress is an absolute angel. Are you alright? What a lovely voice she has. Not squeaky, not fake, but smooth and soft, just like the girl of my dreams. I think my half-open mouth was watering. Excuse me. Did you say something? Nothing. I felt terribly embarrassed and casted down my eyes. Sorry. There you go. She thinks I'm an idiot. The waitress noticed that I did not dare to make the order for a long time and decided to take the initiative. Dear customer, you are lucky to get our today's special beverage, the Lighthouse, in the arms of Morpheus. Hardly an alcoholic beverage, right? I'm not the kind of dessert man, and it probably costs a lot. I have to pass. Could you please come a little later? Damn, I should have just asked for water. The girl looked at me intently, but then she opened her mouth as if having understood something. Oh, do not worry. You do not need to pay. Is this really a dream? I'm sad and happy at the same time. What a strange feeling. I cleared my throat a little and tried to sound confident. I once read about lucid dreams. It is enough to feel sure about yourself, and then everything around you will be transformed at your desire. Really? Then I'll give it a try. It looks like I only agreed because it's free. What an idiot. Just a minute, please. The waitress smiled calmly and moved quickly to another table. I continued to follow her with my eyes as if I didn't want to be left alone. Hello there. She seems so familiar. Funny hairstyle, good shape, nice reassuring voice. I think I might have seen her somewhere in reality, but I can't remember. Apparently, having felt my studying glance, she turned around short. So embarrassing. Sad that this is only a dream. My thoughts were interrupted by someone's gaze. So unpleasant that it gave me goosebumps all over my body. Ouch. I was trying to catch my breath, but there was a lump in my chest. What the hell was that? I got so numb. I took a look around the cafe again. It looked as if nothing had happened. Was it just a feeling? While I was lost in my thoughts, the sweet and apparently only waitress in this cafe returned with my order. Your beverage of the day, dear customer. Thank you. She carefully placed a glass in front of me. Can I have a straw? You forgot. The waitress looked at me in surprise. I probably shouldn't have emphasized that she'd forgotten it. A straw? What for? What's that supposed to mean? What beverage is this? Without a straw. I frowned. What's wrong with her? Don't tell me she's a brainless fool. But the beverage is not determined by the presence of a straw. The beverage is determined by placing the substance in the glass. What in the world are these strange memorized phrases? It's not like that at all. The waitress recovered herself and hangs her head. I am sorry to say this, but there are no straws in our cafe. The cafe, which makes a specialty out of beverages, does not have straws. Nonsense. She looked around in confusion, not knowing what to do. Alright. Never mind. Wait a minute, please. She seemed to have had some eureka moment and quickly went to the counter. So they actually have straws. The waitress returned as quickly as she had left, with a spoon in hand. Like I said, there are no straws in our cafe. But we have spoons. Take it, please. She stood in front of me, confused, not knowing how to give me the spoon, clutching it in her hand. I went numb, unable to say anything, completely lost in the situation. Pardon me. The waitress put the spoon on the table next to the glass. Thanks. I finally thanked her, even for such a strange and useless act. She continued to stand, clasping the edge of the tray. Does she have something to say? Or was it my request that caused her program to crash? I really don't have to pay, do I? Oh, do not say that. Would you like to hear the story of this beverage? Did I come on some holiday? Does the beverage have its own story? Yes. If you want. Other customers like it, I guess. She smiled heartily, preventing my sarcastic thoughts. Sure. Tell me all about it. I turned to the wall in embarrassment, still side-glancing at the waitress. The waitress took a deep breath and began her story. The beverage is called the Lighthouse in the Arms of Morpheus because the lighthouse keeper came up with the recipe for it. The lighthouse is a tall tower with a signaling light at the very top of it. The lighthouse is neat so that ships can safely navigate the sea. Can you imagine something like that? Of course I can. I even went on a field trip to the Yokohama Marine Tower in high school once, even though it's not a real lighthouse anymore. The waitress looked admiringly at me, as if I had said I was on the moon. So once upon a time, pirates, reckless sea thugs, approached the lighthouse and decided to occupy it in order to trap the merchant ships. Or does she explain obvious things? Even children know what pirates are. Everyone knows what pirates are. The lighthouse keeper was all alone, but he was not discouraged by their overwhelming numbers and defeated every single one of them. That's interesting. He barricaded and defended himself? What? No way. What's wrong? My guess is quite logical. The lighthouse keeper came up with an awesome beverage. So the story is really about a beverage. When the bandits crashed in, exhausted from thirst, they found nothing but these wonderful drinks that the lighthouse keeper left. They looked so good that the bandits couldn't resist drinking them. And the magic beverage turned them into good and honest people? I laughed in my sleeve. No. There were sleeping pills in the beverage, and then the lighthouse keeper called the police and all the pirates were sent to jail. I've got it. This is total crap. I dream complete nonsense. Sorry, the end of the story came out a little rushed. She looked puzzled as if she was considering my version of the story. So, enjoy your beverage, please. The waitress gave a slight bow and left to take orders from the other customers. I feel extremely stupid. I glanced at the spoon the waitress had brought me with such pride. What should I do with it? How do they eat here? I looked at the customers at the cafe who were swallowing beverages with a glass. Oh my god, I wish I hadn't seen it. What an idiotic dream. I looked at the beverage, which looked more like a food model on display than the real one. Let's see, we got, I don't know if it's like cream in the middle, but I think it looks very strawberry-like, maybe peppermint tea. We'll see and find out. Bon appetit. I hope there are no sleeping pills there, otherwise I will fall asleep in a dream and this will be only inception. I scooped up some whipped cream and syrup and ate it. Wow. How come it's so tasteless? It is neither sweet nor sour nor even bitter. I cannot say this taste is good because this beverage simply has no taste at all. It is nothing. I thought I was able to taste food in my dreams, so I was truly disappointed. I don't want to make the nice waitress feel bad, so I try to act like it tastes good. With a hopeless look on the face, I finished eating my beverage with a spoon like a soup. Hunger took a second place and I was able to relax a little. And what should I do now? I looked around the cafe once again to call the waitress, but she was busy. And still, it is really quite nice here. Usually I wouldn't like this style for the interior. It's no exaggeration to say that these creeps absolutely stand out with this peaceful atmosphere. Not that they were kicking up a row, but they looked pretty scary and out of place. The girl did not seem to mind their appearance and talked to them as if they were just ordinary people. She's so brave. I couldn't help but smile. Great, it's time to take the dream under control. That's what I thought about that at the time. naive, foolish, a little childish. However, at the time I thought I was the Lord, the King, and the Master, the one who fully controls and manages the dream. I wish it was just a dream. But it was not. To be continued. Damn it. Thank you very much for reading the first part of Cafe Space Angel, dear customer. Although this is just the introduction to the big story, we kindly hope that it was interesting for you. After reading it, you probably have a lot of questions left. What should I do? Unfortunately, I cannot give you answers yet. But do not worry. The second part will be released this year and will answer all your questions. It will include new characters and meaningful choices and will be much longer than the first part. The second part will be free as well. If you like our story and want to follow the development news, please subscribe to our Twitter at Café Space Angel. We also have a Discord server, and I am there too. All the links you can find at the bonditch.io page. So please visit us. We are always happy to welcome new customers. Alright, that was the part 1 of Cafe Space Angel. Hopefully more things come down the line. And if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, comment what you think so far, and yeah, maybe subscribe for more visual novels. If you missed something or would like to re-watch something, I will put the playlist down below. And if you want to watch other visual novels, please check my channel down below. Thank you, and take care.